Ooh, I had to think about it. I think the liquor's kicking in already. Happy Sunday, everybody. It's time for another episode of the Illuminati Wrestling Order. I'm Giandra LaBeouf. Pumps has got a mean mustache. Nate is not wearing black, but his Packers must have won. So we're going to get into it. We're back for another Sunday night of some pro wrestling talk, which I always enjoy with these fine gentlemen and all of you who watch. So let's bring the guys in right away. Nate, what's up? What's up with these Packers today?
Well, you know, we had a bye today. So, but this week, because we're the number one seed, you know, we're going to play the Rams, and, you know, it's the Los Angeles Rams. And if I had to pick a different favorite team, it'd probably be the Rams, just because, you know, I like LA teams. But I hope the Rams get their ass beat next weekend. Go Pack, go.
I don't think my Rams are going to do too good. What's up, Pumps? What's going on with you?
It's been a week. Well, I'm happy to talk to you guys after all the craziness of the week, especially living in the South.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Man, the Confederacy is taking a...
The Confederacy! Buddy, I will just say that I saw my first Trump 2024 flag this week. And I don't know how to deal with that, but that's not pro wrestling, so we'll move on.
Listen,
we will move on from, because this is the one bastion in the world where we can come together across all party lines, although we're probably on the same side. But we're going to say across all party lines.
About it.
But, you know, hey, it's a new year, more wrestling, more shenanigans, I'm sure, on all the brands, you know, never a dull moment on any of them. The king of shenanigans, WWE, we might as well get their main shenanigans out the way right away.
Okay.
I'm mad. When am I not? And it doesn't have to do anything with Sasha or anybody this week. The Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble is coming on January 31st. So WWE is doing all their puppet mastering and maneuvering to try to set up this Royal Rumble. We had a Goldberg scare that he might be in the main event, but he's not. It's going to be Adam Pearce in the main event against Roman Reigns for the Universal title. I want a job where I can just work in corporate and then come out and then all of a sudden main event and, you know, get the top spot. I mean, Nate, what do you think of that?
Well, listen, I'm very transparent on this show. I didn't even know who the fuck Adam Pearce was until this week. Like,
he's a 5-time NWA World Champion.
Why is he the G? Like, what have I missed? Why is he? How long has he been the GM?
They've been having him on the show now for what, like a couple months or
I'd
so?
say 4 to 6 months, yeah.
And so he's a wrestler. He looks like a wrestler. He's obviously a wrestler, right?
He was, yeah.
And he just got to skip NXT.
I don't think the plan was for him ever to wrestle. I assumed he was done, yeah.
Is he older? I'm asking you, Post, because you're the god of indie promotions and you know all these guys' history.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, he won the NWA belt 5 different times, but I mean, it's not the NWA like, you know, it was before what's his name? Smashing Pumpkins guy bought it.
All right, okay.
Yeah, so it was before it sort of re-rose to prominence, and then he's a 1-time Ring of Honor champ, but like way back in the day. So, I mean, he's got cred.
Sure.
But that was also, I want to say, the Cornette years. So, like, 03, 06.
So he's long in the tooth.
Yeah, he's got chops, but 15 years ago.
Sure.
And I'm not hating, get your money, but I mean.
Well, listen, bro, in a fucking promotion where they're just throwing guys' children into main storylines, why not? Yeah. Like, what do we have to lose?
It is so stupid because leave it again to WWE to take something that was working well and screw it up. So they bring Adam Pearce, for those of you who are watching it or not. As you know, Roman Reigns is doing his thizzle as a heel. You know, he's being a complete a-hole, and it's amazing. And he's doing some of his finest work So how do you derail someone doing their finest work by putting them in a story thing that doesn't make sense? So his little feud with Kevin Owens has come to an end, and so he needs new matches. And Adam Pearce allowed a match. I can't even remember who he was supposed to be wrestling that night. Allowed him to have this match, and then he's like, somebody didn't consult with me before. What's up with that? And so because Adam Pearce is the GM and okayed the match, so now he has to fight. Now they have to fight at the Royal Rumble of all places, because everyone wants to fight their boss at the Royal Rumble. You feel me? So again, stupid.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
it just makes no sense. So he wins.
I've never seen this guy wrestle. This guy could end up being my favorite wrestler of all time.
I've never seen him wrestle. We know Pumps didn't seen him wrestle. Like Pumps, how would you describe his style?
I mean, he's a bigger guy. He works a bigger guy style. It's not like a flippy. It's a WWE style. It'll be a typical match. I'm sure they'll do it like, he'll be begging off and fighting from underneath. He'll be playing the babyface role the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it'll be a WWE squash, but Roman will prolong it. It'll be like kind of like the Uso match, where it was like, no, you got to say you quit and declare me the chief. It'll be like that.
Is the other Uso back or not? Like, I saw him one week, and then the next week he's not, like, where they did that spot where they threw the chili on that guy's face, or what happened? Remember, did you guys see that?
And it was
dog food. Yeah, whatever it was.
That was a year ago.
Was it?
Yeah, that was Baron Corbin. That was a year ago.
I thought they did it again recently.
So
they might have. I don't know.
In their face recently.
Yeah, I thought they did it recently again too. Anyway.
But again, the continuity. So then what? Okay, Roman wins because we know damn well they ain't putting Adam over Roman, especially on that type of a platform. So then they come back and he's fired? And then what? So then Roman's in charge of all the booking for the company? Like, what is...
The fact that Roman Reigns doesn't have a clear path to who he's wrestling at WrestleMania is a fucking travesty.
Complete.
Like, he's doing so well. He should be having a 3-month feud going towards Wrestle. Like, these one-off pay-per-view. I don't know. It's just lazy storytelling.
It's like the pay-per-views are franchises. It's like how everyone can buy a Subway. It's like everyone can buy a pay-per-view, and then that's what it is. This week he's doing this, that week he's doing that.
You know what they've almost turned wrestling into like boxing, where each month, if boxer A is fighting boxer B, and they do the build up and then they box, and then the next guy boxer A boxes, they have a whole different storyline, but it's that's true. And the other one doesn't even matter, but they're doing that monthly. So it's like, this month you wrestle Kevin Owens. This month you wrestle the fucking general manager Adam Pearce. This month you wrestle. So it's almost like boxing where everyone is just a standalone. There's no strung feud over the course of some month. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's when wrestling is its best, when things like that. Like, I know we'll get into the New Japan shit later, but and I didn't watch it as much to Pump's chagrin, but I saw a thing like Okada hadn't thrown a Rainmaker in a year. Like that, I read that and went, and for those of you out there, the Rainmaker is his finisher, and I read that and I went, holy shit! I wonder how they built that. Like, how that's pretty wild that a guy hadn't used his finisher in a year, but he had been wrestling, right, Pumps?
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So a guy was wrestling all a calendar year and never threw his finisher? Why is that? Like, that's interesting. Mm-hmm. Like, what the E is doing right now is it's just not fucking interesting.
Well, we know Pumps. Look at Pumps' face as the camera zooms in. And then what ends up happening is there is no slow burn, like you said, to WrestleMania. Because, like, who is there? Big E?
Like, why do I care? I care about nothing going into WrestleMania. Nothing.
Maybe he's not going to wrestle.
Okay. There's a better chance we get in a fucking 6-man mix tag at WrestleMania.
Shit, I could main event at WrestleMania before Roman sits out of WrestleMania. You hear me? So, whatever. Roman, you still fine as hell. We like the Roman reboot into the bad guy. We love it. But we don't love what your boss is doing as usual.
But I do want to, just before we get into NXT, where are you going next year? Are you going to NXT or are you going Raw?
Let's go to Raw. Let's go to Raw.
Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure because, listen, I had notes this week. Okay, it's not. So if I had notes on the show.
Now, leading the discussion on the Raw Legends broadcast, your host, Nathan Haskills. Take it away, Nate.
Okay, all right. It started out with an awful Hulk Hogan iPhone commercial that was just. Did you guys see it? Did you see it? You didn't.
No.
It's the H phone instead of the iPhone, brother. And
I thought he was plugging a real phone, like, because he had like the Thunder mixer and stuff. I'm like, oh, Hogan's coming out with a track phone. All right.
I thought that they were selling phone cases, and I figured that's going to be the promo, and it wasn't. He just went into like a bad promo, and then that was it. And I'm like, which writer was like, this would be a kick-ass way to start the show?
Whew, yeah.
All right, John, I'm off Hogan for a second, so you can come back in.
I wanted to give the impression that my shot was frozen during that.
Yeah. No. That was all on purpose. I know. So
we don't speak that name in this house.
So Randy Orton was the fucking star of Monday Night Raw.
Absolutely.
I heard about this.
He was fan-fucking-tastic. He went up to every legend in the back and just shit on them. You know that Randy Orton is an asshole in real life for sure. Like, he's a funny dick. Like, he's probably like a good guy if you're his friend, but he's a dick if you don't know him. It's kind of like me. So, Randy Orton, hey, friend of the show, Mark Henry. Friend of the sheet. He did friend of the show, Mark Henry, dirty. So I want to let you know that segment I didn't laugh at, Randy. Was he
in a scooter or something? I already had a leg thing. Like, what's that all about? Did they explain that?
I feel like, didn't he have knee surgery? Did he tell us he was going to have knee surgery or something? So maybe this is like the other knee.
Yeah, I don't know. He was in a scooter though, but Randy Orton basically just ran up on all the legends and told them that they were fucking old and worthless, and he's lucky he's giving him a pass. He told Mark Henry, "I'll give you a pass this week." It was, I don't know. It was really, really, really well done, I thought. The Hurt Business. I have a question, Jay, for you.
Yes, sir.
Are Bobby Lashley's eyebrows tattooed on?
There's a lot of things about Bobby Lashley that I just don't understand. But I will say that his wrestling, not that he was ever terrible, but he gets better and better every week, probably because he's getting more action. He's getting more fluid, and he's working well with his coworkers. But his brows, I don't know.
To answer your question.
He just goes to bed surprised every night.
Are you? I love that she's covering for Bobby Lashley right now. I love it. Does he have Appaloosa or Appalachia? Right? What is Appalachian?
Appalachia.
He's from the Appalachians. Where they don't have eyebrows, and so that's why.
And then I started thinking, I've never seen Bobby Lashley with facial hair either.
He always looks surprised.
maybe he does have that situation.
Listen, I am the champion.
Okay, so, all right, next. Is Sheamus's new look supposed to be Rocky? Is that the deal? Like he comes out in like the Rocky hat and the jacket. He's like an Irish Rocky character. I think that's where they're going with. I
don't know what to. It's sad. He's the perfect example of all these guys who are really talented and they just don't know what to do with him. Like him and Cesaro and just. I'm glad Homeboy is not Shorty G anymore, and they just got Apollo, and they just got all these guys. The Ricochet. They got all these guys with all this talent. They don't know what to do with it. And he is another example because Sheamus is pretty awesome. I like Sheamus. He does a lot of good big man stuff. He does a lot of acrobatic stuff. And they don't know what to do with him. So now put him in a hat. Put him in a hat. That'll work. That's what it is. Put him in a hat. That'll work.
And speaking of people we love, Keith Lee. I think Keith Lee's great, but they're Keith Lee is the Velveteen Dream of the main.
Whoa!
in this, you know what I mean? In the sense that he's always has a really good match. He's really good. You don't understand why they don't ever put any kind of belt on him or don't do like they just have him wrestle in these big matches and then they just send him off to go do something else. And I feel like they need to do something better with Keith Lee.
Here's the biggest problem with the whole WWE thing before we wrap it up is no one ever sits and does like, you know how you see those bulletin boards where there's pins in it and there's strings around the pins to connect everything to a singular point. I feel like they never have any strategy meetings. Like they just write. They probably have a lot of talented writers in there, but they probably don't have one person at the head to create some type of continuity. It's like, okay, write all this stuff for KO, but how do the points intersect? Like there's no, like what do you call that? Like a chromosome. Like they don't come all together to make a central storyline like all the other wrestling platforms. And I don't understand how that's not a priority. So what is the network telling them? Is the network just saying, just put a bunch of high acrobatic shit on and it's all good? But what makes wrestling great is when there's a continuity, a storyline, a big payoff, and there's just none of that. And I mean, how long can you go on with this? How long can you just take away other people's stuff? I mean, it's stupid.
Yeah, the best storyline they got going is the whole Roman thing, and they're starting to slowly fuck that up too.
I think the only way they salvage that is they bring the other Uso brother back, and the other Uso is just like, nah, damn all this. It's two of us. We want to be the head of the table, and it becomes like some kind of a family infighting type of thing to keep it spicy. But there's nothing for Roman right now. There's nobody over there to really put him into a real feud in building a WrestleMania. And the same thing on Raw. What's Drew gonna do now?
Goldberg.
Oh right, yeah, it's forgotten. How can we forget?
See Drew they have my boy Drew in there, one whose name we don't say, and that pissed me off because I like Drew, but there's nothing for him either. The people who have no storylines have more stuff going on than the champions. So, the only people who have a consistent on the SmackDown, like you said, is Roman. On the Raw side is the Hurt Business. They've got like a real comprehensive thing that they just beat everyone's ass. Like, you can do a lot with that. But everybody else on the show, it's screwing the pooch.
I agree.
It's pretty bad. Right.
And that's on that.
I do have some news on the Raw Legends that were advertised to appear but did not.
I'll break it down.
Okay, because that's really good because I watched the Hulu abridged version and I didn't know if I missed guys appear because there was certain people that I didn't see, and I'm glad that Pumps has this exclusive.
Well, I'll tell you who you didn't see. You didn't see Carlito.
No, and he was the one that everyone was really excited to see.
I'll tell you why you didn't see Carlito.
Why didn't we see Carlito?
Because WWE called him, left him a voicemail, and then just said he was going to be on the show.
Oh.
They just assumed that their star power was so. How could you turn him down?
They didn't even book him trans.
Can you even imagine how this phone call sounds? Hey, this is Carlito. Leave a message. Hey, this is Adam from WWE. We need you here on Monday for the show. Hope everyone's great. Bye.
Yeah. Beat a TV at 1. Call times at 2.
It probably looks like, but I'm fat. You probably didn't even know what the hell's going on.
The best was Candice Michelle. They never even called her.
Candice Michelle, which one? She
was the girl with the wand and the little dog.
Oh, okay, right. Okay. I wouldn't really call her a legend, but okay.
Well, yeah, legend was kind of a stretch, but
yeah.
They didn't even call her. They just said she was going to be there.
Come through. Hey, girl, come through. You busy? Come through.
Oh, IRS was unrecognizable. Did you see IRS?
Oh, I know you're not asking me. I don't watch.
Oh, I thought maybe you saw some pictures. Anybody see? Is this thing on?
Oh!
I only see IRS when I don't want to.
Fair enough. All right, moving on.
Who else didn't we see, Pumps?
No, that was it.
Oh, that was okay.
No,
that was it. Who?
We're missing one.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Alicia Fox.
Oh.
Alicia Fox, they did dirty. She got done dirty.
She was there.
Mm-hmm. But
she's been reffing for them, right?
Well, I don't know. You know, they have been kind of persona non grata with her ever since she got into it with Ronda Rousey's husband backstage. Mm-hmm. And that was like 2 years ago. Or a year,
sure
2 years ago. So she hasn't been around, but there's someone else who didn't come. I was just reading it about it before we got on. Kurt Angle.
Oh,
really?
What was that all about?
Kurt reportedly says that they called him and he was like, "Oh, sorry, I got another booking. I can't come." Kurt, what you doing? It's a pandemic. Come on, Kurt. What you over there? Who is booking? Who is booking Kurt Angle during a pandemic? If you can tell us, please tweet me or tell me in the comments, even though I can't see him. Ain't nobody calling Kurt Angle.
For AEW.
They've got enough TNA cast-offs. They don't need him.
AEW is signing. If Kurt Angle is available, AEW is signing him without question.
Hey, you guys.
Tony Khan is such a 90s, early 2000s mark, and I love it.
Hey, let me ask you guys. So I understand how they trademark and copyright like people's names and things like this. I asked our other friend of the neighborhood, Cedric, about that. He said that's why he wrestles under his real name, so that if he leaves, he can take his name with him. But okay, so then you have somebody like Kurt Angle, whose "You Sucks" is such a legendary chant. Can you copyright that? Because you can't really control what the fans say. So let's just say he popped up on AEW. Could he do the whole "You Sucks" thing? Is that a copyright thing?
I think they can say anything they want. They just can't put it on T-shirts and shit.
Yeah, he never said "you suck." He said it's true, and then when he went to TNA, he said it's real.
Right. So yes. So they trademarked. He could say it's true, but they can't sell any merch with it. So what's the point?
Right.
So that's why you go with it's real, because you could put that on a T-shirt.
It's real. It's damn real. And what's damn real is nobody was booking Kurt that he
on a Monday in January.
Right after the holiday.
What do you mean you didn't want to sit next to Tatanka in full Indian headdress and face paint?
So apparently the seniors at Shady Acres wanted to have them a little show. And so they were like, who can we get? Let's get Kurt Angle. That'll do it. Let's get Kurt Angle to do this. So, no disrespect, Kurt Angle. I got nothing but love for you. I'm just clowning. You probably had a booking, or maybe you just said, fuck you, Vince. I don't know. But I got love for you, Kurt Angle, and I'm just clowning. And that's it. So, yeah, shout out to Kurt.
All right. So let's get on to New Year's Evil.
Yeah. Look at Pumps' camera zoomed right in when he said that.
Yeah, why does your camera do that?
Laptop? I don't know.
I don't know. I think you're.
But it's perfect. I think you're.
We got new producers and shit. All of a sudden, your camera.
It's always done that.
Yeah. All right.
It is. You just never watch the shows back.
I'm on the show. I don't need to watch the show.
That's fair.
But I don't know. I just feel like you're joshing because it always zooms in at the right moment. Nate goes, "Let's get to New Year's Evil." Zoom in on Pumps' mustache.
Boom.
I mean, you know.
I'm not trying to out
before
anybody.
You start on that one more, please don't cut your mustache until we can get I want a silhouette of your face where it's just the stash. And that should be the logo for the show.
I like it.
Sure.
I would rock the shit out of that. I would rock it for real.
We'll have to get to the merch department and make that happen. I don't.
With the money gun. With the money gun.
Yes, with the
mustache money gun.
All right. Let me stop running my mouth. Let's do it. New Year's Evil.
Drop reels for a second.
Huh?
What?
I didn't hear what you said.
New Year's Evil.
New Year's Evil. Am I starting? Do I go? Is this me?
Yeah.
Okay. New Year's Evil.
Yes.
Why does NXT always have a stupid host? It's dumb. It's dumb. They come out at the beginning of the show and they say something dumb, and then I'm supposed to believe that they're in charge for the evening. Stop it.
But Dexter Lumis doesn't talk, so what did he say?
I don't need Dexter Lumis to be. He's going to say anything. Stop it.
Hey, speaking of fine mustaches, Dexter Lumis, there's one for you.
I don't have the card in front of me, but I will say that the match of the night was not the main event.
Wow, that's a hot take.
This is a take caliente.
Let's do it.
Was the last woman standing match between Rhea Ripley and something Spanish. What's her last name? I was going to say Gomez or Martinez or something like that, right?
Shout out to our Latinx community out there. Shout out to the Latinx community.
Mercedes Martinez?
Mercedes Martinez, like I said. Out.
So Rhea Ripley versus Mercedes Martinez. What made it the match of the night for you, Nate? What were the ladies out there doing?
Their ass off. And I think a lot of their spots looked stiff. I thought it was really, really good. I mean, Rhea Ripley's awesome all the time. But yeah, I just thought the spots were I just enjoyed it. I found myself going, oh shit, more than other matches, and that's kind of how I gauge them.
Get down. They get down.
Also, my girl watched that match, and she also enjoyed it, which is rare.
Yay! Shout out to Lady Nate Has Skills, because I like that you mentioned that, because it's a good barometer. Because we have Pumps who's like an encyclopedia, and then Nate, you're like a knowledgeable fan. I'm probably more of a casual fan, but then you have your lady who is not a person, and if she's tuning in, we should make a barometer of your lady's face, and where is it on the Lady Nate Has Skills scale. Yeah. And if she watches it, then it's the business.
She also, my lady really likes the commentary. So
you got Wade Barrett heat.
Yeah, she likes when the commentators are British for sure. It's a firecracker.
So now you have to watch NXT
Oh,
UK.
that's Australians.
But yeah, no, that match was really, really good. So shout out to those girls. They really tore the house down. When they shoved the other chick, one of Martinez's, her name's Martinez, yeah. When Martinez's friend ran in, and then with a kendo stick, and then got shoved in a locker.
Yeah,
that shit was hysterical.
So fellas, let me ask you, okay, let's take Rhea Ripley as a perfect example. She is excellent. She performs well. She's strong. She can do the spots. Like, she's really what you want to see in a woman's wrestler. And she's a pretty lady as well. So what do you do with someone like that? Do you mess up if you're in charge, if we're playing like fantasy, make your own thing? Do you take someone like that and move them up to the main roster to rock with somebody like a Sasha if she goes to the SmackDown, or Shayna Baszler, or any of those girls, or Asuka if you go to the Raw brand? Or what do you do with her? Like, what is the best thing for her career? Because I'm sure she likes being popular and excelling on NXT, but I know she probably has ambitions of being the top. So what do you do with her? If you're the GM, what do you do with her? Pumps, what do you do with her if you're the GM?
I mean, I would do the opposite of what they've been doing. She hasn't won a match in like a year.
I was surprised she lost too. I was very surprised she lost.
She legitimately, I can't think of a match she's won since Charlotte beat her.
Right.
So I guess what I would do is you call her up. You don't change her name, but I guess you have her put
her in the Retribution.
No, absolutely not.
I'm kidding.
I would just give her the monster push. You don't let anyone have more than 3 minutes in the ring with her for 6 months just to wash the stain of the last year off of her, and establish her as legit again.
She's big and she's good.
Yes. And nobody goes more than 3 to 5 minutes with her for 6 months. Yeah. And then the first person that does, you give them a 3-week program to a pay-per-view. She beats them at the pay-per-view. You do that for another 3 months, and at the end of the year, she's rehabbed.
Now you're just making sense, Pumps.
I know. I'm sorry.
Because I was thinking about that, like, damn, either brand. Like, that's really a good idea.
If she tears through the entire division, it doesn't matter which one, but she doesn't get to the champ yet. See, that's the problem, is they hotshot everything. Like, they'll call her up and she'll be in a title feud with Asuka within 2 weeks.
Right.
And she'll lose, and that'll be it. So
True.
You just put her over strong. That's all you do for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
They should have a women's intercontinental championship.
Why?
I agree.
No, seriously, why?
So that you can give storylines to other females in chasing a title that isn't the world title.
Who's chasing the world title?
See,
I don't know.
That's but see, Nate, I'm gonna fill you on that, because then that's a good bridge. Because I rant and I complain about this all the time, that there's no mid-range person. Like, I could even stomach like a Lacey Evans being the Intercontinental Champion, or even if you do some comic stuff.
They have ex women's champions in main male storylines, like
Mickey James,
or Alexa Bliss,
James
right?
would
Like
be a great Intercontinental Champion.
Isn't Alexa Bliss in the Fiend storyline?
Oh yeah, I didn't know what you were trying to say.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, they have really capable females in storylines where they're not wrestling.
Or even Carmella. Like, they just did the little stupid thing with her and Sasha. Put it on Carmella. I can deal with Carmella. You know?
You already have 5 women's belts, though. You have 2 world champions. You have NXT, NXT UK, tag team.
And again, I'm talking about main roster only.
Yeah.
Well, if they can prove themselves in NXT, that's what NXT should be. It should be a spring. Remember the tagline used to be "Who's next" or whatever. Right. It's built in.
Now since the AEW thing, it's considered it's a brand now. That's the problem with AEW. AEW changed NXT from a farm system to its own show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I'm sorry to cut you off, Jay. Sorry.
No, I couldn't agree more. There's no growth. Right. Because now they are like a corporate entity. They have their own show. I'm sure like the Rias and the people like that got a good thing going. They don't want to leave that. Why should they? They don't have to now. It used to be a thing like, oh, I'm going to get called up to the main roster and make more money.
Now it don't matter.
They have their own show. They don't even need that.
They trade you around the roster. Look at the fucking Breezango or whatever. Like, them dudes are like vets now. Like, them dudes have Fandango debuted like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Right?
They're old guys.
And beat Jericho for fuck's sake. You know, and it's like, and now he's running a tag on NXT. You know, it is what it is.
I don't know. Maybe they just need to get off their high horse and commingle with their AEW brothers. We know they're not going to, but I don't know.
It's just so bad. They just don't know what to do with these people. They have 80% of the talent and 5% of the ideas.
Right.
Facts. Any more on the New Year's Evil show, Nate, of who stood out for you?
I like the battle of the giant weird back tattoos. Killer Croc and Priest, Damian Priest. Killer Croc. Wasn't he Killer Croc on the Indies?
Killer Cross.
Killer Cross. Sorry. Okay. Karrion Cross, I think is his name.
Yeah, it's a really hard name change to try to get behind. But yeah. I can see why you messed that up.
His back tattoos are awful. And I would never tell him that in person because he would fucking wipe the floor with my face. But
I tell him.
But I like that guy.
So sweet, like, oh my God. Did you lose like a drinking game? Is that how these tattoos came to me? Just tell me. I won't tell anyone. You know.
But yeah, no, I really like that guy. I like his whole package with Scarlett Bordeaux or Bordeaux. I think that that dude's gonna do. I feel like I'm watching the matches of the next Aleister Black, and Aleister Black was so awesome in NXT, and then they just ruined him.
Screwed it up.
And these are the next two Aleister Blacks. They have the size, they have the look, they have each one of them has a specialized intro. They can talk, they have built-in characters, and then they're just gonna go up and just get like. I find myself watching stuff like now and thinking, I wonder what this dude would do in AEW. And now, but now that's not always good because Rusev in AEW is trash. And that guy was talented and is talented.
He still is.
I just think they're letting him do his own personality, and that's not good. It's not good TV, or good character for him. Like this week on AEW, like he had like a matching tank set on. It was like, oh, do you want to touch my drip? And it's like, fucking shut up, Rusev. Stop it.
You stop it, Miroslav.
Yeah, I'm just like, dude, you don't need to do the latest TikTok trigger fucking words, hashtags.
Because him and Lana think that they're the Miz and Maurice, and they're not even the poor man's Miz and Maurice. They want their own show and all that. And, you know, I had to slip in my little Lana hate in there a little bit.
But yeah, so Damian Priest and Karrion Kross had a really good match, as expected. Both those guys are super talented. They have the size, the moveset, I don't know why those guys aren't on the main roster, but I'm glad they're not because they would.
Did you hear the rumor that they were going to do with? I keep wanting to call him Punishment Damian Priest.
Mm-mm.
So I guess Kevin Owens was supposed to say, yeah, my best friend's going to beat you up now, Roman, and it was going to be Damian Priest.
Dope.
But Owens and Roman went to Vince or whoever and was like, this doesn't make any sense. So they canceled it.
Well, they were right.
Yeah. So like Priest
makes more sense than him wrestling the GM shit.
Yeah, but the way they were gonna book it was like everybody knows it's Sami Zayn. It's like You didn't even cross paths in ROH. Like, even the smart fans would be like, this doesn't make sense.
Sure. Yeah. And I'm actually glad that they did that. And they've protected Kevin Owens pretty good. Like, Kevin Owens, in my opinion, like, he hasn't had to do I think it's because he's so good. Everything he's involved in seems to be, decent.
I agree.
Above average for whatever.
Because everyone works up to his level.
Yeah, and he just knows how to make angles work. Like I feel like. So sorry to lollygag. So the main event, Kyle O'Reilly and Finn Balor 2 was good. It wasn't as good as the first one. I did like, they did a deal where Finn Balor hit O'Reilly's jaw, because O'Reilly broke his jaw, the other one. So then O'Reilly was working the jaw the whole match, and I thought that was good. One thing I did notice, Finn Balor got cut the hard way, and the ref never put on gloves.
Ooh.
Which ref was it?
I don't know.
One of them dudes.
It wasn't the QAnon ref.
Okay.
It wasn't him.
Thank God. He was busy with other extracurricular activities, probably.
Yeah. He was still trying to take a red eye home.
We're storming the Capitol.
But yeah, I noticed that, and I thought it was interesting that maybe I think he was Asian. Does that make sense? Is there like a Polynesian looking ref? I don't know. Anyway, but I just thought it's so common now whenever there's blood for them to immediately throw the gloves on for him to not. Also, it was kind of silly when Finn hit O'Reilly's jaw, and then like a doctor came out and asked him if his jaw was okay. It's like, all right, guys, let's go. I don't think this is going to stop because of that. If the other guy really broke his jaw in the other match and they didn't stop it.
Right.
You know what I mean? What did you think of the match, Pumps?
I didn't watch it.
All right. What did you think of the match, Jay?
No, it's on my to-do list, but honestly...
Oh, it's fine. I give that answer fucking twice a month.
No, I was on such a Wrestle Kingdom high. I tried watching AEW. I legitimately tried watching AEW on Wednesday, and I shut it off because I was so disappointed with the state of American pro wrestling that I was just like, nope.
We're just going to get Pumps a sign. Every week it's just going to go up like this. And that's all it's going to be. He's just going to put up and get him a sign.
If they were good. Again, they have 80% of the talent, 5% of the ideas. I'm sticking to it.
All right. Fair enough. To quote my friend Nate there, fair enough.
So I guess go to Wrestle Kingdom then, right, Jay?
Yes. Let's talk about what you do like, Pumps. Let's talk about some Wrestle Kingdom.
Well, do we want to talk about the end of AEW real quick?
Go ahead.
With the American Bullet Club?
I watched it, but you take it.
Well, no, everybody was super high on the match, and again, in a week where Wrestle Kingdom happened, yeah, whatever. But yeah,
and Ray Phoenix.
Yes, Kenny and Ray Phoenix. It was a good match. It was a Kenny match. It was a Phoenix match. If you've seen one, you know what I'm saying. But at the end, they were trying to attack Phoenix. And Gallows and Anderson came in as like the invaders from TNA, and then the Bucks came out to make the save, but Swerve, bro, they kicked Phoenix, and I guess the Good Brothers are in All Elite now. So
yeah, how is that gonna work? Like, Impact must have just been like, just use anybody you want.
Well, I mean, it's the best deal possible for them. AEW gets almost 1 million viewers a week, and Impact gets 100,000. Right. So yeah, please feature our guys. Yes, please do that.
I wonder if they get paid separately.
I would assume, because if they're not working for TNA, and the way TNA tapes, they do like, God, I want to say 5 weeks at a time, 4 weeks at a time.
Oh wow.
So do you think they're contracted under TNA, but then they get paid
per shot, yeah,
per show for that's a fucking great deal.
Absolutely.
Sure is.
Yeah.
Also, friend of the show, Danny Limelight got tossed around as he tried to make the save. They said, nope. So that was good.
It did look like those guys were having a good time at the end of the show, which is what it is. You know what I mean? It was a little. The Too Sweet thing is cool, but they can't market it. The WWE owns it, right? Like, didn't they trademark that hand gesture?
They probably have. I think they have.
Yeah. But I don't know how they can, but they did. I don't know. I mean, they fired what's his name for it. So, Jimmy Jacobs. There you go.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that was AEW. So yeah, New Japan. Woo! What are we looking at? The pre-show. Toa Henare is a star in the making. He was one of the young lions in the tournament. He's a big Samoan, I assume. Yeah, he's one to watch for sure. Definitely seek him out. Cut to the chase on the Rumble. The final four were Bad Luck Fale, Chase Owens, Bushi, and Yano. We said it was great. I agreed with you that it was Grado last week. We were both wrong. It's Yano. I know. So that was the Rumble. They didn't have a finish in that because they finished it off the next night. You didn't see the set up till this point. They didn't light it up, but they lit it for the main show.
Were there full fans?
Not full, but they had a good amount of fans. Yes.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly what capacity, but there was a good amount of people. But they also weren't yelling. They were only allowed to clap, which makes sense.
Because if you yell, the coronavirus comes out.
Yes.
Stop.
Not if you breathe.
Not if you breathe in.
Jim, I'm going to call you Jim. Jim, are you serious?
They weren't allowed to yell.
Bring it back.
She said, I'm going to call you Jim.
The people could not cheer at the match for fear of spreading the coronavirus.
That was the rule. I didn't make the rule.
Jay left.
I didn't make the rule.
That's funny. That's good. That's good stuff. Continue, Jim.
I didn't make the rule.
Jim,
you go ahead and continue on.
Well, you know how many outbreaks of COVID New Japan has had? Zero.
Because of this exact rule, Jay. Now don't you feel dumb?
I'm sure if they had outbreaks.
Did they sell refreshments?
I wasn't there. I don't know.
No more.
Some popcorn so I can soothe them and be like, why are you eating? Your mouth is open. There will be no open mouths at this event.
No open mouths.
There was only nose breathing. That was the other rule.
None of you mouth breathers.
That's hysterical.
Oh man. So
right.
then we had Phantasmo versus Takahashi. The Time Bomb. I'm not a Takahashi guy. The internet's in love with him. New Japan's in love with him. It's not for me. Phantasmo, however, is Ricochet with a personality. So I'm all in on that. Yeah. It was a sneaky roll-up finish. Meh. 2.5 pumps. The Gorillas of Destiny versus the Zack Sabre Jr. and Taichi. I think Jay should seek this out because Tama Tonga was looking good.
Okay. I'm sorry. Nothing back for me, so I can write that down.
Yeah, no, that was good. It was a good match. It was a really good just tag team match. 3.5 to 4-star territory.
4 pumps.
Yeah, we'll go that. Kenta versus Kojima or Hideo Itami. I didn't need this. This was just 1.5 to 2 star. Kenta won, kept the briefcase. We got a promo from Moxley. Moxley didn't appear, but we did. But we did get the promo.
It was live via satellite.
Yeah, well, he filmed it at the LA Dojo, which was good. Right. So, and that's another thing I don't understand about AEW. They want to talk about about everybody having belts and Impact belts and NWA champions, and Moxley's been the New Japan US champ this whole time. You know how many times I've seen that belt?
Right. I love the belt. The belt.
It's a beautiful belt. Yeah. I don't know.
Sure.
And Nate's favorite, Great-O-Khan.
Yeah, Great-O. Best entrance in fucking wrestling. When you're allowed to use the Madonna song.
No. The Great-O-Khan.
Oh.
The guy with the question mark face.
Oh, I thought you meant Grado.
Yeah.
Oh.
The British guy.
No.
I threw my mask away.
Damn it. All right. Continue.
Yeah. The Great-O-Khan, Nate's favorite. And they actually explained it. He did go on excursion. I was wrong. He was in Rev Pro, where he was 46-0.
Of course he was.
And that's really all you need to know about this match. Ace doesn't lose in the Tokyo Dome. Bet the ranch on it. 2-star match. Nothing fantastic. And then semi-main was Ospreay and Okada.
Oh, that's a 5-pumper fucking pumper.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I cannot put this over enough. 5 stars. Incredible. Yes. All of them. It was amazing.
A year.
First Rainmaker in a year, which he's been using the money clip.
Great finisher name.
Yeah. I mean, it's a Cobra Clutch, but yeah.
It's all right, though. I like the name.
Yeah. Sure. No, this was really good. And then to finish off night 1, we had Naito and Abushi. Another amazing match, another 5-star match. I don't know what else to say about this. There were times where it was kind of hard to watch because they just beat Ibushi's neck up so bad. Like, he landed on his head 3 or 4 times, and I'm just like, ugh.
Because that's what he had broken prior, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And, like, I get that that's the story they're trying to tell, but just, woof. It was tough to watch. Yeah.
Is it Walter Dragunov tough to watch?
No.
Okay.
It's like, ooh, tough to watch. Like that might have hurt.
Like Shawn Michaels in Austin, WrestleMania 14, when Shawn Michaels' back was broken, right? Right, Jim?
Couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Yeah, Jim. My neck was broken. Spinal.
I try to get Pumps to watch HBK matches. He just won't do it.
Never gonna happen. I'll watch Rockers matches.
HBK.
I know. He's the best.
So night 2, the wrap up of the 4-way was not great. Again, not a Yano guy, but no surprise, he won. 2 stars. Me. Mm-hmm. Junior tag match was another one that was not really for me. 2 stars. Meh. Then I'm sorry he pulled all these graphics for these because I'm just firing through these because we're up against it. The big one, Jeff Cobb, Shingo Takagi.
I saw highlights of this. This looked really good.
This was Walter Dragunov. I can't put this over enough. It's just both of them are so strong. They beat the piss out of each other, and it was really good storytelling. It's amazing. And surprisingly, Takagi kept the belt.
Is Cobb in AEW at all?
Nope.
He's not, right?
Nope. It was a one-off.
Yeah. Fuck.
And
somebody should sign that guy.
Well, he's New Japan now.
Yeah. I mean, on America. Sorry.
Well, they had their chance.
Right. No. Yeah. I agree. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Jay's reporting live from the locker room now.
I don't know how that
She's our locker room correspondent.
Thank you, everyone. I'm here to report that everyone's fighting back here, and they're all hate. Back to you.
She's like, I'm here to report.
Jim.
She's like, I just left the showers, and yes, Bobby Lashley's eyebrows are tattooed on.
I can confirm.
I can confirm.
I can confirm that he uses one of these to do his eyebrows. Back to you, Jim. Back to you, Jim.
I like it. Evelyn Sonata, meh. 2.5 stars, skippable. But the big dog main event was Abushi and Jay White. Abushi going back to back 2 nights in a row. They had the longest match in the history of the Tokyo Dome at 48 minutes, I believe.
Jesus.
And this was incredible. Again, I can't put this over enough. Another 5-star classic. Go out of your way to find this. I know the 48-minute thing is a hard barrier to cross for some people.
No, I like that. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I hear that. Like when I heard that, who did Jay Lethal go 60 with in Ring of Honor a few years back?
Might have been Cole.
Was it? Yeah,
Might have been.
There was a couple Ring of Honors where I heard that they were going 60 minutes, and I went out of my way to find them because. Listen, I know it's a big commitment, but yeah, that's why usually only the dudes that can do it actually even attempt it. You know what I mean? So, I hear, like guys saying they're going to go 40 plus minutes. You're like, all right, buddy, strap in.
Strap in. Let's go.
We got to have there's, you can't be fucking around here.
I agree. I like those long matches because then you can really see some work.
Yeah,
and not all the little stupid bells and whistles and dumbass interference and all that stupidity. No, I'm with that.
There were no parts that were like, oh, what is this? No, none of that. Just fantastic pro wrestling. So
I'm gonna have to seek that out.
I have 4 5-star matches between both nights. So,
and Abushi was in 2 of them.
Abushi was in 2 of them, correct.
Excellent.
Will we ever see him stateside? Sorry, before we go into that.
Oh, I mean, it'll be all elite if we do.
Right. Okay.
Especially, I mean, before maybe, but I mean, now it would be AEW or nothing because Kenny.
Sure.
Kenny!
Golden Lover.
The Golden Lovers.
All right.
And then I have 2 or 3 pieces of news. Well, 2 really. So big news this week. Off the back of Wrestle Kingdom, Jay White at New Year's Dash has apparently quit the promotion, and it could be a work, but his contract could be up. He could be a free agent.
Jay White's really good. Switchblade, right?
Yeah. He just had a 5-star match.
Right. Right.
So there was also 2 really big free agents. Dalton Castle, who smooth sailing Ashley Remington. Dalton Castle is a free agent from Ring of Honor.
The Peacock.
Yes. Planet Peacock.
I could see him going to the NXT.
I could too, and that really hurts my feelings.
May in pumps his face like.
Dalton Castle I love that guy.
I know, and that's the thing is that these guys that I legitimately like, I don't want to see them ruined.
Right.
Because they haven't done it with Adam Cole,
right.
And I'm just waiting for that shoe to drop. Because they've done it with everybody else.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one is Marty Scurll came to terms with Ring of Honor. So they are no more.
You love that guy too.
I love Marty Scurll, yeah.
Yeah. I could see him going to NXT too.
Well, I feel like with maybe this whole Bullet Club thing.
Oh, he shows up in AEW.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe
they could use him. He's great in ring.
Yeah.
They need to find some women over there at AEW.
That's true.
I mean, you don't want to see Abaddon doing the Shayna Baszler spot under the ring?
Oh, you know what? I did see this piece of news about AEW before we jumped on, that they're going to be moving. They may be moving their operations to Miami. Or be doing their shows there.
Oh, really?
It would make sense now that football's over.
Right.
I mean, man, they are going to turn into a super spreader because Miami is too lit and people are going to be out and trying to party and trying to kick it. That is a bad idea. But, whatever.
Well, they only tape
keep
2
the
days
lights on.
every 2 weeks, so I mean,
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
People going to be using COVID tests like it's
Plan B.
Exactly. I'm not pregnant. Took a Plan B. So I went out to the club last night, but I took a test. I'm good.
That's fine. We'll be fine.
Don't do it, AEW. Stay where you're at. Don't do it.
And then last piece of news that I have, since it's so close to the end of the hour, I figure I could sneak this in. Donated $38,360 to various RNC super PACs.
This ass. Chris Jericho.
So I just wanted to put that out there for anyone, especially after this week's events. Anybody that might find that interesting, there you go.
Let me tell you right now. You don't get those.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You don't get those kind of stats on a fucking Power Ranger show. Let me tell you that right now.
That Power Ranger.
Well, the Power Rangers would have to make money to donate that kind of.
So I gotta get my funny dig in every show.
Run that total down for us one more time, Pumps, please. One more time.
$38,360. $13,700 was given directly to Donald John Trump's re-election campaign. The rest was donated to various PACs through WinRed.
Makes sense, bro. It's heel. He's living the gimmick. He's heel. He's a heel.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it is.
Didn't he do a whole thing like a flat earther podcast and all kind of nonsense this week?
Yeah, he did. He's done coronavirus hoax. He's done a bunch of stuff. Yeah.
You're not Joe Rogan, bruh.
He actually did a really good one about the Kennedy assassination, but
shout out to who's the Greta Ginsburg? What's that? That's her, right? The little climate control girl.
Greta Thunberg.
Thunberg, Ginsburg, Greta Ginsburg.
Yeah, Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
The Thornburgs, whatever.
She had a shirt on that said Mars is flat, and that shit was hysterical.
Oh my god.
Yeah, why aren't we talking about flat Mars?
Right. Because everyone knows that's the case. But I think that's it.
That's all I had.
We have concluded that Mars is flat. So remember, get your shirts.
You heard it here first.
And we've run through the weekend wrestling. Hopefully we'll have more to talk about next week. So before we wrap it up for the evening, Pumps, run it down for the people so they can follow you and keep up on your full wrestling regalia.
Yes, follow me and my mustache at Pump61 on Instagram. And remember, if you donate to something, you do have to declare it on your taxes or federal forms. So
I'm going to start a whole new Instagram called Pumps Mustache. Nate, run it down for us. What you got for us, brother?
And I am Nathan Hadskill on all the things. I got a new album coming out March 1st entitled Cannon Fodder, and I have a couple songs coming out this week on SoundCloud and Bandcamp and all those things. I got a big fantasy football debt to pay this year, so buy an album.
Ooh.
You didn't win?
Nope.
Oh, man, you broke the streak. You were like 2 or 3 in a row.
I know. Yeah. Alas, every good thing comes to an end.
I want to spit a hot 16 on the new album. My name is Peaches, and I'm the best. Okay. And I am, of course, Giandra LaBeouf, _ LaBeouf on Instagram, Giandra LaBeouf, all one word on Twitter. So please follow me. Please subscribe to Bad Culture TV on YouTube. There's some really good interviews coming up this week, so stay tuned for that. I want to try to doing more original content, not just interviews this year. I need to bring back Hood Ric Flair. For those
I don't know what it is, but I'm in.
So real quick, Pumps, real quick. So one night, if you're a fan of the show, maybe you're a new fan, real quick on who Hood Ric Flair is. I'm in my kitchen at 8 a.m. I'm looking out my kitchen window into the street, and I see someone's back to me in the full Ric Flair robe and a cowboy hat. I live in the ghetto. I've told you this many times. So I'm like, who the hell is out here in the hood dressed like Ric Flair? So homeboy turns around. It's one of my neighbors. He's got a full WWE, like a Raw Championship belt on his shoulder. He's like, I can't believe you've never seen me around here before. I said, brother, I would remember seeing somebody just like Ric Flair in the hood before. So I run out there with my camera, my tripod, and I go, look, let's do a video together real quick. He's like, I'm nervous, but I'm high. I said, even better. So we do the video, and I did a thing with him called 10 Questions for a Wrestling Fan. If you go to Bad Culture TV and scroll down about halfway in the original content section, you can see me and Hood Ric Flair. He's so dope. He's really funny. He's just one of those guys. I wish someone would see my video and go, I'm going to holla at that dude, because he would be a good hype man for when events come back. Like, he'd be real fun, like talking to fans and stuff. I think he'd be really good at that.
When
Just needs a
WrestleMania
shot.
gets here and the Illuminati Wrestling Order together, Hood Ric Flair is holding the mic while we feed him questions.
Hood Ric Flair is the
We'll come up with an so feed him questions.
But he is legit like a fan. Like, he is serious. With his, he told me with the stimulus, he bought the SmackDown title. So now he walks around with both of the titles. I'm like, you better stimulate the economy. I'm not mad at it. So yeah, we got to get him on at some point. I'm going to do some more content with him when the, when the Rona chills out. I'll be seeing him out in the street. I got to holler at him. But anyway, again, follow me. Find that video on Bad Culture TV. Make sure you follow the Illuminati on Twitter, on Instagram, where they got these little like Power Ranger stories or whatever. But they got this is where it's at right here, the Illuminati Wrestling Order. But watch the other stuff too. We just playing.
Yes. Listen, the Illuminati is where it's at. We kid. It's really they're breaking Marvel news, they're breaking DC news, they're breaking movie news, they're making Disney news.
Pinocchio news this week,
of all things. Very cool Pinocchio news. An actor was revealed to be possibly playing Lampwick, who was one of my low-key favorite Disney bad guys. Go to Illuminati to see who that might be.
Yeah, and our illustrious leader, I think he's got an interview coming up with Kevin Feige. So I know you enthusiasts are about that action. So make sure you tune in to watch and turn the notifications on. So thank you for watching. It's been great. Thank you, gents. Thank you, new producer guy. I don't know we claiming you yet. We'll think about it. And we'll be back next week. Good night.
The last guy we have left us. We're hot. We have reservations.
We're going to be doing this shit on IG Live pretty soon if we keep talking shit. Good night, everybody.
Go Pack, go.